Listen to me. The time is now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel like it. Now. You've been dreaming long enough. You've been planning. You've been talking about what you're going to do. But dreams don't work unless you do. You say you want success, but success don't come to people who wait. It comes to those who grind, who bleed, who suffer, who push. Every second you wait, someone else is taking action. Someone else is moving toward your goal. Stop saying someday. Someday is a lie. Someday is the excuse we use to feel good about doing nothing. You want a better life? You want to level up? Then you've got to act like your life depends on it. Because it does. You weren't put here to be average. You were put here to be great. But greatness doesn't show up. It gets built action by action, day by day. So stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Stop doubting. Take action now. Because your future can't wait any longer. You got dreams. You got visions. You got these ideas that keep you up at night, and they feel so real, so powerful, so exciting that you start to believe they're yours already. You tell people, one day I'm gonna build their business. One day I'm gonna drop their album. One day I'm gonna be a millionaire. One day I'm gonna change my life. But let me tell you something. Dreams don't mean a thing without action. Dreams are cheap. Everybody's got dreams, but not everybody is willing to wake up and chase them. You've got to understand that dreaming is easy. Anybody can close their eyes and imagine a better life. But to actually live that better life, that takes work. That takes sweat. That takes sacrifice. That takes discipline. You don't get there just by wanting it. You get there by moving, by building, by pushing through every excuse and doing what most people won't do. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying stop dreaming. No, dream bigger than you've ever dreamed. Visualize yourself in that position, on that stage, in that office, holding that trophy. See it, feel it. But when you open your eyes, get to work. Because a dream without action is just fantasy. It's make-believe. It looks good on paper, but doesn't build anything in the real world. You can't deposit dreams in the bank. You can't pay your rent with potential. You got to convert those dreams into motion. You got to take the idea from your head and bring it into your hands. That means doing the research, making the calls, practicing the craft, writing the content, going to the gym, saving the money, losing the distractions, getting uncomfortable, getting focused, taking that first step, even if it's messy, even if it's scary, even if you don't know what comes next. Some of you keep talking about what you're going to do, but I need you to understand. Talk is cheap. Your future don't care what you say. It's watching what you do. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm trying to wake you up. Because time is passing. Opportunities are slipping away. Doors are opening and closing while you're still sitting there waiting for the perfect moment. Let me tell you something. There is no perfect moment. There's now. That's all you've got. You've got breath in your lungs. You've got vision. You've got ideas. So what are you doing with them? You've got people depending on you. A future version of yourself that's counting on you. And every time you delay, every time you hesitate, every time you choose comfort over commitment, you're letting that future slip away. You've got to be bold enough to start, even if it's small, even if it's slow, even if nobody claps. You've got to move. Because when you move, momentum builds. When you act, the universe responds. Doors begin to open. Resources begin to appear. People begin to take notice. But none of that happens if you're just dreaming. That only happens when you do. And here's what separates the successful from the stuck. The successful don't wait to be ready. They act. They learn as they go. They fail forward. They use every step back as a setup for a comeback. But the ones who stay stuck, they keep planning. They keep analyzing. They keep perfecting. And they end up paralyzed by their own perfectionism. You've got to get out of your head and into the real world. But in the reps, make the mistakes, get better by doing. Because execution beats intention every single time. It's time to stop lying to yourself. Stop saying you don't have time. You do have time. You just haven't made your dream a priority. You've got time for Netflix. You've got time for scrolling. You've got time for games and gossip, but you don't have time to work on your goal. That's not a time problem. And if your dream really means something to you, You'll make the time. You'll cut the distractions. You'll create the schedule. You'll wake up early, stay up late, and grind when nobody's watching. Because when your dream becomes a must, not just a maybe, you'll move differently. You'll fight harder. You'll stop negotiating with your feelings and start showing up with commitment. And let me tell you, there is nothing more powerful than a person with a dream who's willing to work. That's a dangerous person. That's the kind of person who changes their life, who changes their family, who changes the world. Because when you take your dream seriously, the world starts to take you seriously too. You begin to attract people and opportunities that match your energy. You begin to stand out. Because most people are still sleeping on themselves, still talking big and doing little. But not you, not anymore. You're going to be the one who doesn't just dream. You do, you execute, you build, you become, you rise. You keep going when it's hard. You keep moving when it's uncomfortable. And eventually, those dreams, they won't just live in your head anymore. They'll live in your reality. And that's what it's all about. Because at the end of the day, it's not about what you could have done. It's not about the dream you talked about for years. You keep saying someday, you keep whispering it like it's some kind of magic spell that's going to make your life better one day. You keep telling yourself, someday I'll go back to school. Someday I'll start that business. Someday I'll leave this toxic job. Someday I'll chase my purpose. Someday I'll be great. But let me tell you the truth. Someday is a lie. It's a trick. It's a trap. It's the most comfortable, most convenient excuse you can ever give yourself. It sounds nice. It feels safe. It lets you off the hook. But it's poison. It's a slow death for your dreams. Because there's no calendar date called someday. There's no magical future moment where everything lines up perfectly. There is only now. Right here, right now. That's all you've ever had. That's all you'll ever get. You see, the more you say someday, the more you push your destiny further and further out of reach. Every time you say it, what you're really saying is, I'm not willing to do what it takes right now. Every time you say someday, you delay your purpose, your growth, your greatness. You push it down the road and hope that time, circumstance, or luck will make the hard parts easier. But let me drop some truth on you. It doesn't get easier. You get stronger. You get more disciplined. You get more focused. But that only happens when you stop waiting for a perfect moment and start moving in the middle of the mess, the chaos, the fear. Let's be honest. How many years have you been saying someday? How many times have you told yourself, I'll start when I have more time, more money, more support, more confidence? And guess what? You're still here, still stuck, still talking, still waiting, still making excuses, wrapped in comfort. I need you to understand this deeply. Someday is how most people die with regret. Someday is the dream killer. It's the difference between the people who almost made it and the people who actually made it. Don't let that be your story. Don't let that be your legacy. The clock is ticking whether you do something or not. The world is moving forward whether you show up or not. And every day you say someday is a day you gave up. A day you could have taken one small step. A day you could have grown. A day you could have chosen purpose over procrastination. And don't get it twisted. This isn't about making a massive leap. This is about making a decision right here, right now, to stop lying to yourself, to stop pretending that time is unlimited, because it's not. You don't know how long you have. You don't know what's coming next. But you do know that today, this moment, this breath, you've got it. And that's enough to start. You see, greatness doesn't come to the people who wait. It comes to the people who act. The people who say, I might not have it all figured out, but I'm not sitting still. I'm not hiding behind fear. I'm not wasting another second of my life in this waiting room of someday. Because real champions, they start before they're ready. They move before the path is clear. They take the first step, even when the whole staircase is hidden. And that's the mindset I want for you. I want you to get addicted to action. I want you to get so fed up with someday that you flip the switch and say, enough is enough. Some of you are treating life like a rehearsal, like you're just practicing for the real thing, like you'll get serious tomorrow. Like one day the stars will align and suddenly you'll feel motivated. But that's not how it works. This is the real thing. This is your one shot. And there's no do-overs. You don't get to come back and fix what you didn't do. So you better start now. You better start messy, scared, unsure, but you better start. Because if you keep saying someday, you're going to wake up one day with a lifetime of what ifs. What if I had started when I felt the urge? What if I hadn't wasted all that time? What if I had believed in myself earlier? Don't let your story be a tragedy of hesitation. Let it be a testimony of boldness, of courage, of taking a shot, even when the outcome wasn't guaranteed. The world doesn't need another dream who talks. It needs a doer who moves. You've got something inside you that's too powerful to put on hold. You've got a gift that's too valuable to sit on the shelf. You've got a voice, a message, a mission, and the world is waiting for you to deliver it. But that delivery starts when you cancel someday and choose today. Not when you feel like it, not when it's easy, not when it's convenient. Now though, if you're hearing this, I want you to make a promise to yourself, a real promise, not the kind you break in a week, a promise that someday ends today, that you're done waiting, that you're done wasting time, that you're done letting fear and doubt and delay steal your future. Because from this moment on, you move, you act, you build, you show up, even if it's hard, even if it's ugly, even if nobody notices yet. You do it because your destiny deserves it. You do it because your future self is begging you to take this seriously. You keep trying to avoid the pain. You keep trying to dodge the discomfort. You keep searching for the easiest route, the path of least resistance. But I need you to understand this truth deep down in your bones. Discomfort is necessary for growth. There is no breakthrough without pressure. There is no success without struggle. There is no greatness without pain. And that's not how it works. Growth only comes when you are willing to get uncomfortable. Growth only shows up when you lean into the resistance, when you step into situations that stretch you, when you face the fear head on instead of running from it. That's where the change happens. That's where the transformation begins. Some of you are praying for growth, but you running from everything that causes it. You say, God, make me stronger, and then complain when life throws weight on your shoulders. You say, I want to be more disciplined, and then get mad when you're forced to sacrifice. You say, I want to win, but the moments it's hard, you quit. Listen to me. Comfort is the enemy of progress. You can't grow inside your comfort zone. Nothing changes there. Nothing improves there. That's where dreams go to die, on a soft couch, in a safe routine, surrounded by excuses and fear dressed up as logic. But discomfort, that's what warriors are for. That's where champions are made. That's where you learn what you're truly capable of. You don't become elite by playing it safe. You don't become a leader by avoiding risks. You don't become powerful by hiding from pressure. You become those things by enduring the fire, by surviving the storm, by showing up when everything in you wants to set down. You've got to push through the resistance. You've got to embrace the hard. You've got to rewire your mindset to stop fearing the pain and start using it, because the pain is a gift. That discomfort you feel when you're tired, when you're challenged, when you're doubting yourself, that's the signal, that's a sign you're moving in the right direction. That's not the moment to stop. That's the moment to press harder, because if it's uncomfortable, it means you're growing. When you go to the gym and lift heavy weights, your muscles don't grow when it feels easy. They grow when the weight starts to burn, when your arms shake, when your body wants to quit, but you get one more rep. That's how strength is built. It's no different in life. You don't grow when everything is smooth. You grow when you're forced to dig deeper, when you have to fight for focus, when you have to hold your vision while everything around you screams doubt. You grow when you walk into situations that scare you, that challenge you, that force you to level up. Stop praying for it to be easy. Start praying for the strength to endure. Start asking for the mindset to keep showing up even when it hurts. Because if you only operate when it's comfortable, you'll never reach your potential. You'll stay stuck in cycles of almost great, almost disciplined, almost successful. But if you can embrace discomfort, if you can sit in it, breathe in it, learn from it, then you become unstoppable. Because now the very thing that used to break you becomes the fuel that builds you. Think about every champion you've ever looked up to. every hero, every legend, every giant in your field. You think they got there by coasting? You think they reached the top without sacrifice? No, they were uncomfortable for years. They trained when they didn't feel like it. They sacrificed sleep, pleasure, distractions, because they knew what was on the other side of discomfort. They didn't run from the pain, they ran into it. And they came out stronger, wiser, hungrier. You got to stop believing the lie that life should always feel good, that if it's hard, it must be wrong, that if you're anxious or scared, you're not ready. No, those feelings are normal. Those feelings are expected. You're human. But what separates you from the rest is what you do in spite of those feelings. Growth is painful, change is uncomfortable, but regret is unbearable. And if you keep choosing comfort now, you'll pay for it later. But if you choose growth now, even though it's hard, you'll reap the rewards for a lifetime. Don't run from the discomfort. Run into it. Own it. Use it. Let it sharpen you. Let it stretch you. Let it show you what you're made of. You've got more inside of you than you even realize, but you'll never find it playing safe. You've got to go through something to become someone. You've got to get through the resistance to become resilient. You've got to go through the pain to find your power. So the next time life hits you hard, the next time it feels too heavy, too uncertain, too painful, I want you to remember this. It's not happening to build you. It's not punishment, it's preparation for the next level, for the bigger vision, for the greater version of you. Stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what is this trying to teach me? That mindset shift changes everything. Because on the other side of discomfort is freedom. On the other side of pain is purpose. On the other side of fear is everything you've ever wanted. But you've got to go through it to get to it. So stop running. Stop hiding. Stop waiting for it to feel better. And start growing right in the middle of the discomfort. That's where your greatness lives.